This festival is the largest peaceful gathering in the world and considered as the world's largest congregation of religious pilgrims. There is no precise method of ascertaining the number of pilgrims, and the estimates of the number of pilgrims bathing on the most auspicious day may vary. An estimated 120 million people visited Kumbh Mela in 2013 in Prayagraj over a 2 month period, including over 30 million on a single day on 10th February 2013, the day of Moni Amavasya. It has been inscribed on the UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Kumbh derives its name from the immortal pot of nectar, which the Devatas and Asuras fought over, described in ancient Vedic scriptures known as the Puranas. It is these Vedic literatures that have stood the test of time, out of which the traditions has evolved into the one that the world now knows as the Kumbh Mela. Legend tells a tale from the bygone days of the universe when the Devatas and Asuras conjointly produced the nectar of immortality. The Devatas, because cursed, were crippled of fear that eventually make them weak. The task being too sturdy for them alone, the Devatas made a mutual agreement with the Asuras to complete it in full and share the nectar of immortality in half. It is said that the Devatas and the Asuras assembled on the shore of the Milk Ocean that lies in the celestial region of the cosmos, and it began. For the task of churning the Milk Ocean, the Mandara mountain was used as the churning rod, and Vasuki, the king of serpents, became the rope for the churning. With the Devatas at Vasuki's tail and the Asuras at his head, the churning began. At first, the churning of the Milk Ocean produced a deadly poison which Lord Shiva drank without being affected. As Lord Shiva drank the poison, a few drops fell from his hands which were licked by the scorpions, snakes and other similar deadly creatures. Also, during the churning, the Mandara mountain began to sink deep into the ocean, seeing which the Lord Vishnu incarnated as a great tortoise and supported the mountain on his back. Finally, many hurdles and 1,000 years later, Dhanvantari appeared with the kumbh of immortal nectar in his hands. The Devatas, being fearful of the Asura's ill intent, forcibly seized the pot with its safety entrusted on the four gods, Brihaspati, Surya, Shani and Chandra. Asuras, after learning that their part of the agreement has not been kept, went after the Devatas, and for 12 days and 12 nights the chase continued. Wherever the Devatas went with the pot of nectar, fierce fighting ensued. It is believed that during this chase, a few drops from the Kumbh fell at 4 places: Prayagraj, Haridwar, Ujjain and Nasik. There is also a prevalent legend that it was actually the Asuras that were being chased by the Devatas for 12 days and 12 nights, during which the drops of elixir of immortality fell at these 4 places. These 4 places are since believed to have acquired mystical powers. Because 12 days of gods are equivalent to 12 years of humans, the Kumbh Mela is celebrated once every 12 years in each of the 4 places: banks of river Godavari in Nasik, river Shipra in Ujjain, river Ganga in Haridwar, and the Sangam of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati in Prayagraj, where the drops are believed to have fallen. Millions of devout come together to partake in ritualistic bathing and ceremonies to cleanse themselves of all sins. And there are criteria to decide the places of celebration of Ardh Kumbh, and that is the zodiac signs. For example, Simhasth is related to Leo. On the entry of Sun in Jupiter and Aries in Leo, Kumbh is organized in Ujjain. Besides, on the entry of Jupiter into the Lion zodiac, Kumbh Parv is organized in Nasik on the banks of Godavari. It is also called Mahakumbh because this yoga comes only after 12 years. And due to this Kumbh, this assumption became popular that the Kumbh Mela is held every 12 years, while it is not correct. Generally, the pictures of wrestlers and wrestling begin to emerge in front of our eyes when we hear the word Akhada. But in Kumbh, the monks and saints are in the Akhada. There is also an assertion, but the reason behind this is the fight of religious domination. The royal rites of these Akhadas are taken out, in which chariot, elephant horse decoration, bell bands, feathers of monks and even to the sword and gun are displayed. Akhada can be said to be a monastery of Hinduism in a way. Initially, there were only 4 major Akhada, but due to ideological differences, they were divided and today there are 13 major Akhada. Kumbh is only for Akhadas. The main reason for organizing Kumbh was spiritual and religious discussions. Akhada convinces the disciples of their respective traditions and gives them degrees. In the Kumbh, generally people attain virtue, while the sadhus claim that they come to clean the Ganga. It is believed that Adi Shankaracharya had established Akhada to prevent the growing propagation of Buddhism centuries ago. It is said that those who did not believe in the scriptures, they were celebrated with alms, but there is no historical evidence available that Adi Shankaracharya had started the Akhadas. The life of Adi Shankaracharya was in 8th and 9th century. There are different types of stories and claims about the establishment of Akhadas, but it is difficult to say something strictly. Some major Akhadas are Atal Akhada, Mahanirvani Akhada, Anand Akhada, Nirmohi Akhada, Dasnami Akhada, Niranjani Akhada, Juna Akhada and Vaishnav Akhada. Indian and foreign news media have covered the Kumbh Mela regularly. On 18 April 2010, a popular American morning show, CBS News Sunday Morning, extensively covered Haridwar's Kumbh Mela, calling it the largest pilgrimage on earth. On 28 April 2010, BBC reported an audio and a video program on Kumbh Mela titled Kumbh Mela Greatest Show on Earth. In 2015, the Nasik Kumbh Mela became a technology-savvy festival due to a collaboration of city government with MIT Media Lab and Kumbhathon Foundation in Nasik. This received significant media coverage in Wall Street Journal, BBC and Guardian. The Nasik Kumbh Mela was considered one of the most peaceful and successful as there were no stampedes, no epidemic or separated families reported. Well-known photographer John Werner captured the Kumbh Mela and released the photographs under Creative Commons.